It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.
Hey folks, before I start the main video, I just want to say thanks to y'all. Yesterday, and I just realized this looking at the numbers, yesterday we reached 3,000 subscribers here on my little Jenner Custom Toys channel, and I appreciate that. I've been working on this channel, well, the channel's been here for 10 years, but I've really been working on it pretty hard over the past 5 or 6 years, and it's nice that I got 3,000 people supporting me and encouraging me and leaving comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and leave a like, subscribe, some comments. You know, we talk about a lot of different things here. I just wanted to interject there and say thanks. Let's get on with the main video now. Thanks again. Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. As you see in the title, today we're going to be talking about the mail-away Boba-Fett from 1979. It costs 4 proofs of purchase. You'd mail them in and you'd get your Boba-Fett in a little plastic counter bag. Now, the reason we're talking about this today is, well, now, don't click off when I say this. My mom passed away in February, and we've been settling her estate. Well, today was the last thing we had to do, and that was empty out her storage locker, which we did. It was kind of a solemn, sad occasion. A lot of old lady stuff in there. Yeah, well, if you'd have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was a lot of old lady stuff. And there was a bunch of boxes of mine and my sister's toys. There was a big box of Barbie dolls for my sister, all kind of girly toys and stuff like that she used to play with. Apparently, my mom hoarded all this stuff away. Now, she started that locker back in early 2000s, sometimes maybe 2004. That doesn't really matter. Actually, I could look on the paperwork, but I'm too lazy to. And then I got to the box of my stuff, and I found a whole bunch of Fisher-Price toys I had from when I was a little kid. There was a little garage. You might be familiar with some of these toys, little Fisher-Price people. I'm not into that. I don't collect that. I'm probably going to give it to Goodwill if they're still good, or if somebody really does want them, you know, hit me up. Maybe you'd be interested. I don't care if I sell them or not. Anyway, with that said, there was also a big bin full of things like my little G.I. Joes, because I did play a little bit of G.I. Joes when I was back then, and of course there was some Star Wars figures in there too. Nothing of really any value, you know, until I got to the very bottom of it. At the very bottom of this box full of these Star Wars toys, G.I. Joes, I found 2 things that I really liked. The first thing I found was my old $6 Million Man and the rocket ship that it came with. It's all busted up. But I'm going to restore that and do another video about it, because I think I did a video before, because I have restored one before, but this is actually my own. And now I see on these groups all the time, people say, oh, Grandma's attic, look what I found. They find these amazing things like a yak face, or, you know, still mint in box or whatever. And I usually don't believe people when they say that. But I've been around long enough. I think you guys know when I'm not, you know I'm not bullshitting you. So anyway, underneath the $6 Million Man, I found this. And this is the Boba-Fett in the mail-away bag. And I wiped it off with some warm water. It was really dusty. But if you look really closely, I probably should have taken a picture of it. You can see, and it's upside down, Hong Kong, and just the remains of what said Kenner there. Is it showing up on there at all? Let me see if I can get a better view for here. Now, there's definitely says Kong there. But maybe if I put it behind a piece of white paper for you. Okay, white paper. If you look near his elbow, is that coming up? Okay, it's coming up a little bit. Anyway, it's there. And it's still sealed. And it's, as you can see, the paint is very, very nice. It's got the weapon in there. I get a better light on that. I was really excited to see it. I do remember ordering it. I don't remember getting it. I really don't remember getting it. And you would think if I did get it in my hands, it probably would have been open, because I played with my toys when I was a kid. So I'm wondering if it just got scooted to the side, and then when my mom packed everything up, she threw it in there. I don't know, but I think it's really neat that I have it, and I thought it would be cool. I'm not going to sell it. I mean, because theoretically, this would probably be the nicest toy I have left from my childhood. I do have an X-Wing and I have a few other figures. But I think this is probably the nicest one I have, and I'm not opening it. I know you've probably seen my yak face video where I did a joke and I opened up a fake yak face and people thought it was real. I still think that was funny. But I'm a little excited to have it. And like I said, this is a true story that I found this in Mom's storage unit today when me and my daughters cleaned it out. So anyway, just for shits and giggles, let's go on eBay and see what they're selling for. Okay, got my eBay up. We will type in and if you're looking, yes, I did type it in earlier because I was excited. I actually did that for my cell phone. I'm surprised that it is on this search engine, but that's okay. I did look earlier. All right, mail away Boba-Fett. Here we go. Let's put it on buying format. This is, if you've never done this before, you don't just look up and see what they're selling for, because as you could see, okay, well, see, this isn't what I have though. This is the first version on 12 back, and they're selling for 200. They're asking 200, 119. We're not looking for that. This is what we're looking for. This guy right here. Is my cursor showing up? All right, yeah, this one right here. That's what we're looking for. This particular one, they're asking $517 for it. This one, they're asking $999 for it. 0 bids, as you can see. Buy it now here, $375. This one seems reasonable. Let's look at the picture on this one. Okay, let's compare it. This I haven't done yet. Okay, so here's mine right here. Oh, you want to look at it. I see the Hong Kong in there, upside down. Okay, I guess that's supposed to be that way. Looks like it's backwards too, right at the elbow. So that's where that is. I don't see, I can barely see Kenner on this as it is. It's just barely there, but it is actually right around here. Made in Hong Kong. This one doesn't say Kenner. Well, mine has the remnants of what looked to appear to be the word Kenner. Well, don't know. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that was an asking price, though. How do I get out of here? Close this. I don't want to put personal information up there. Okay, that's not an auction. That's what they're asking. So this still doesn't mean it's what it's going for. Go down a couple more. Star Wars rocket firing. Okay, that's not even close to what we have. This doesn't have a rocket firing. I looked. It's in there. There's no T slot or no L slot. So, and believe me, that's the first thing I looked at, but they really never had them then, so didn't surprise me. Here's 134 now, best offer. 0 bids on this one. Okay, so they're asking anywhere from 300 to 500 reasonably. Look, this one has the inserts in little paper there. What's that paper say? Let's find out. Paper. Note to consumers, original Star Wars Boba-Fett action figure was designed to have a spring. Okay, I remember this. Boba-Fett action figure was designed to have a spring-launched rocket. The launcher has been removed from the product for safety reasons. If you're dissatisfied with the product, please return it to us and we will replace it with any Star Wars mini action figure of your choice. Thank you for your support. You know what you could have done theoretically back then? Return it and get a yak face. But still, it's still a neat figure. Okay, well, if you don't know the story, I'll give you the Cliff Notes version on that, because most people that are into Star Wars know the story. Battlestar Galactica toy had a missile that shot out around the same time that they were making the Boba Fett. And apparently a kid choked. I don't know if the kid died or not. I feel like he might have, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, because that happened, everybody went a little nuts on the missiles, and they stopped doing anything and shot missiles because nobody wanted a liability issue. Which, it kind of makes sense. And it's a shame that had to happen. But that's why there's no rocket-firing Boba, in case you wanted to know. And there's been newer ones. There's been customs. I have a custom that I made myself that has a rocket firing in it. I don't sell it, though. Okay, so this is all what, look, here's somebody asking. So, yeah, right there, $3,100.45. How do they come to that price? Plus $12.45 shipping. Okay, it doesn't even add up to an even number for that. I don't know. So, okay, let's go. If you really want to know what something's going for, no matter what it is, on your buying format, change it to auction. And it'll change, and it should be... Okay, it cut down to 13 results. And then we're going to go over here and sort it by ending soonest, which won't matter on 13 results. But out of these 13 results we got, first 3 aren't what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for. I don't think this person knows what they're doing. Here's one. The one that's asking $999.99. Yeah, of course, they got it in a case and everything, and they got the papers. That's cool. That's what they're asking. But they have 0 bids. So, theoretically, it's not selling for that. Moving down. No bids here. $7.49. No bids. Same thing. Next one. Hey, we have one bid for $9.99. But this one's out of the bag. It's out of the bag. So it could be any Boba-Fett, really. Because they're all pretty much the same. There's a few variants, and you really got to know your stuff. There's 3 variants of the Boba-Fett figure in colors. And I actually don't pay attention to those, so I can't tell you exactly what they are. You have to look those up. Okay, more one saying it's rocket firing Boba-Fett sealed with brand new $225. Let's see. They must have. Okay, here. Okay, here's a year, 2010. So that was made in 2010. That doesn't count. And here's just the insert. Maybe I should buy this for myself. Well, not for $150. But here's the inserts in the paper and an extra weapon that actually came with this guy here. If I get that, I'd have the whole set. That is a possibility. I may do that, but I feel like $150 is a little too expensive for me, so I don't think I'm going to do that. No bids on it. 6 days left. I can look at it later and figure it out. I go down into the rest of these. It's all the ones on card, which is either a 12-pack or, look, Power of the Force, $5. Yeah, big surprise there. What else we got here? Here's a regular Boba-Fett, 1979, 440, 19s. Never did check the year on this. Yep, 1979. Hong Kong. So 50. So whatever I could sell this for, not that I'm going to, because I'm not. I'm going to keep it in the bag. If I open this up, it would take the value down to under $50. And there's no bids on that either, so that's not saying what it's really selling for. Oh, wow. This stuff's interesting, what people pay for this, or what people ask, and then what people really pay. It can really confuse you. But, so that's that. But anyway, like I was saying about, I go in a lot of these groups and stuff, and I just see people say, random toy find, or look what I found in my mom's basement, or my grandma's basement, or my grandma's attic. And you can kind of tell who's full of it and who's not. I knew that stuff was there. I just didn't know what was there, and I was putting it off. I should have actually been in there before, because my mom's been sick for quite a while. But it was nice to find a few memories from when I was a kid. I know it's not a lot of money. It's not about the money. I just think it's pretty cool. I got to play with some of my old toys, even though some of them are way like when I was a little kid. But it's just really cool opening them up and remembering. And that's why I collect. That's why I like toys. It makes me remember, helps me remember back in the day and what we used to do. Just like the video I did about the 80s, about things I hated from the 80s. One of my next videos is going to be things I loved about the 80s. And I'm going to do a video about things I loved about the 70s, too. I actually made a list of things I hated about the 90s. It's right here. I don't know if I'm going to do a video about it or not, though. In the 90s, I was in my 20s, and I was pretty much just concentrating on work. Work. I got married, I had my kids, and I really didn't pay attention to the 90s much. I was working all the time. And that's just how it is in food service, culinary arts school and everything. And I went through a messy divorce and raised my kids by myself. Didn't have time to really enjoy the 90s. But I still might do. Maybe I'll do a video about what I liked about the 90s, because the stuff I hated about the 90s, I don't remember it as much. But anyway, I got some good stuff coming up for you. So whatever we're up to here, I hope you join us. I do a lot of different things. I don't just talk about Star Wars. I don't just talk about resin casting. I don't just talk about food. A lot of times I'll just talk about what's on my mind. Some video games. The latest TV show was Fallout, and I really enjoyed that. I did a review of that. Not a lot of people liked it. Something I really enjoyed doing was a whole series of Carl the Puppet, and I did my own impression of Carl, too, before I grew this beard. And I just like doing it. And if you look at it, you'll see there was hardly any views at all, but that's okay. I enjoy doing it. So anyway, thanks for being here. Once again, 3,000 subscribers. That's a big deal for me. I know it's a small channel, but 3,000 is a big deal, and I just wanted to take time to say thanks like I did earlier. So I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
It's just Bruce. He don't bite. Hello.